Hi everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Poetry with Shay. You would have seen at the beginning there that I was spritzing our little plant babies. In the background you'll see our Calathea. The Calathea is quite special because during at night time, like evening time, the Calathea leaves go up. So they kind of all like go up like this, and then in the daytime the leaves fall down, which is really nice to watch a plant moving throughout the day. And then we have a little baby here. It's a lemon and lime plant. We also have at the end there one of our many rubber plants, and this rubber plant was actually, it made a feature in my last video. It's always exciting when you see your plant babies growing. I love house plants, so yeah, expect them to make frequent appearances in my videos. So where do I start today's episode? It's been on my heart for, I'd say, maybe 2 or 3 years to start a YouTube channel. And when I originally had the idea, I envisioned that maybe I'd start with, I don't know, fashion or vlogging or something else. But for whatever reason, I just felt to start with my poetry, and my poetry is something that, if you imagine like a cupboard, like my poetry was like at the back of the cupboard. So when I decided to just share some of my poems as my first video, I really didn't expect the reaction that the poetry got. To be very frank, I was overwhelmed with the words of encouragement and the support and the messages that people sent me about how the poems touched them. I've got a close friend who said that the "You Are" poem moved her to tears. I have a colleague who said that the Mother Tongue poem brought a tear to his eye, and I was so overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and encouragement and support that, honestly, I just want to start this episode with saying thank you. So today's episode, I am going to share 2 poems again with you all. 2 very different poems. So I hope you've got a cup of tea. I hope you're chilled. And that, you'll just enjoy some more poetry with me today. The first poem I'm going to share is entitled A Mind Within, and I wrote this poem quite a while ago now, spring 2020, and I wrote the poem at the same time as Mental Health Awareness Week, and the poem came out of reflections of that I was having just on the human mind, and the many afflictions that can beset the human mind. And whilst you guys get to know me on my channel, maybe on another video at another time, I'll share more about my own mental health journey. But today we'll just have the poem. We see the smile, the skin, the hair. We hear the laugh and notice the gait. We take in the sense of style, the choice of apparel. We learn the outward and we register the scene. But there is a universe within. Behind our eyes, there is a mind within. There is a stretching expanse, a deep, a plain of memory and hills of imagination. There is a mind within. So intricately complex and endlessly unique, the mind within. Oh, but the care we take on the outward, the exercising, dieting, relaxing and beautifying. How often do we neglect the mind within? That great river carrying the depths of who we are, the mind within. So here is just a little nudge, a literary elbow and flick on the wrist to not neglect the mind within. To water and nourish, to uproot and detangle, to care for. Please remember to care for the mind within. So that poem and the reflections that I was having at the time, it's really just, the essence of mental health struggles is that there is a mind inside of every human being, a mind that needs delicate care and nourishment and protection. And so often we go through life, whether that's because of socialization or culture or there are so many reasons we go through life and the mind gets neglected. And if care is not taken, it can lead to so much devastation mentally. So this poem was first and foremost a reminder to myself to take care of the mind within, but then also, like I said at the end there, a little nudge and a flick on the wrist for us all that we really should take care of our minds. So the second poem I'm going to share is entitled "Oh Woman." And "Oh Woman" is a glorious poem of becoming and flourishing and coming into your journey of womanhood in the fullness of who you were intended to be as a woman. And you'll notice on my channel, in my poems, that the journey of womanhood really does play a big theme in my work and my creativity. So yeah, let's hear it. Oh woman, did you know? Did you know that there were petals and petals of glorious blooming in you? Oh woman, did you know that there were layers and depths and heights to how full and wide and deep you'd grow? Soft laughter would fill your mouth if you knew back then. If only you knew back then just how vibrant and shimmering your becoming would be. Oh woman, did you know? Did you know that you'd reach up and grab all the glimmering, nourishing sap of growth's goodness? Your nose would wrinkle, and I'm sure you'd pinch yourself if I told you that what once caused you to fret and anguish and turn and roll thoughts over 1,000 times, that those very plagues and weights would crackle and dissipate into nothingness. Oh woman, did you know? Did you know that there were petals and petals of glorious blooming in you? In you. So that is Oh Woman, and like I said, it was very much a reflection of my own journey into becoming this woman who's reading you poetry today, and reflecting on when I was a lot younger and a lot more broken and a lot more confused and a lot more insecure and a lot more damaged, and just reflecting on that young girl that I was so many years ago, and envisioning her and wondering that she had no idea that she would become the shade that I am today. And I'm so sure that there are so many women who can relate to that when they look back on who they were in their younger years, and so much of the confusion and insecurity and damage that can come with just not knowing who you are, not knowing your value, not knowing your worth. That when they look back on those former years, that it can be shocking when you actually, sit and just enjoy the woman that you've eventually become. So yeah, that poem has quite a celebratory tone of just being happy and joyful of my journey of womanhood and who I am today, given who I was so many years ago. So those are the two poems that I wanted to share with you all: A Mind Within and Oh Woman. I'll say it again, thank you so much to everybody who took time to listen to the poems and send me your messages, and please do send me your messages of how the poems touch you or inspire you, because it means a lot to me. So I have no idea what my next video will be, but stay tuned to my channel, Bella Torera. See you all on the next video.